Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgy, and this is Nightmare. Are you ready to roll the dice with me? Because this is a band I know nothing about. This is a YouTube recommends. This is one I saw probably 10 seconds of and thought, why not? So here we are. It's a song called Aeternam. It's their title track off this, and I have not seen it. I'm literally doing one of those. I've got something pulling on me here. I think it's the cable from my microphone. Anyway, you didn't need to know any of that. It's just if I start doing this, it's because I'm being something's tugging on me. But that's not important right now. So yes, all I know about this band is that they have a lady singer, and yep, there you go. That's all of it. They have this album though. It's not out yet. It's coming out at the very beginning of October, the 2nd of October. On AFM Records. I mean, that's a label that's been around for a while, isn't it? But it doesn't tend to release the stuff that I listen to. So I'm as surprised to be here as you people are, you know? Let's see what we get. I really hope it's good. Like I say, I did hear about 10 seconds of it, and I thought, you know what? It's got something, you know? But 10 seconds is not really representative, is it? Let's find out together.
Death is fascinating. For all of us, it always has been. Falling in love, it's just like dying. We can't choose the day or when it will happen. But I'm living under control, and I always will.
Face
So surprised then, I didn't see the end coming. I could listen to that. No problem. I've got a few things to say about it. The production's good. The guy in the hat at the back on lead drums was all over it, wasn't he? But it wasn't overpowering. I mean, he chucked a lot in there, but it wasn't overpowering. And that's kind of how I feel about the song in a way. They kind of threw the kitchen sink at it. It had that initial, like, 16 bars or whatever it was of thrash. You know, it just started, and I thought, oh, hang on a minute, I don't remember it being like a thrash song. And then it changed tack, and they brought it back a little bit later on, of course. But there was a little bit like rock and rolly about it, and then they had the metal, and then they had obviously a pretty cool guitar solo, and you've got the totally metal drummer in the background. And then you've got her voice up front, of course, which was pitched really nicely, I thought. There were bits when I felt like she was singing on 11, but not a problem, you know. She carried the whole thing off, and I think the thing that kind of struck me is it felt like, I wonder if all these musicians have all got slightly different styles, and they've kind of all come together and added their piece, which is not a bad thing, obviously, but it felt a bit like I say, like it kept changing tack, and it kept having bits in that you, not that you just didn't expect, but that were a surprise. You know, you didn't think, oh, it sounds a bit rock and rolly, that, you know, where's that come from, you know, that kind of thing. But as a whole, I find it really enjoyable. I mean, I don't think it's a genre, but you know, like you've got melodic rock. Well, this is melodic metal, isn't it? It's just metal enough to cross that line from rock into metal, but keeping all the sort of melodicness. Yeah, good word, me. So it's melodic metal. Is that a thing? I'm not sure if that's a genre. Probably is. Or it's just metal with a good melody. You know, let's not try and make a whole new genre up. So yeah, I did enjoy that. It had a really good, solid... I could just keep talking about this, I think, because my mind kind of keeps changing direction when I think about it. It had a good, solid sound to it, and it drove along really well, and it kept changing tack. And the band was made up of people that almost didn't go together, but when you did put them together, it all worked. You know, and genuinely, before I watched this video right now, I have not seen this or heard it. I got, it was one of those YouTube recommends. Oh, what's that? Sounds all right. Chucked it in my bookmarks kind of thing. Listened to about 10 seconds of it, and then I thought, instead of doing any research, not that I ever really do any anyway, I thought, let's just roll the dice. Let's just put it on and see what happens. And it's a really nice find. So yeah, I don't know if you'll see this, Nightmare, but I've just said quite a lot of stuff that you may or may not agree with. But the upshot is, I really liked it. How's that? I think you all... I mean, you know, I went right round the band before I got to the singer, didn't I? And, you know, I think everyone contributed something. Like I say, the guy in the hat at the back on lead drums, because... it just kept going, ooh, okay, tricky. He just... anymore, he would have been overplaying it, let's put it that way, but he stayed the right side of the overplaying it line for me. But I like the production as well. It was nice, comfortable, excellent production. And I'm always going on about production. So yeah, that's kind of a nice surprise. I mean, if the whole album's that busy, and they've chucked that many ideas into every song, they must have had a lot of ideas, is all I can say. I'll be interested to find out, I think. But we're not going to find out yet, because like I say, it's not out until... when did I say? I've forgotten already. 2nd of October. So, yeah. There you go. Nightmare. Aeternam. That was the title track of that. Cool. Let me know what you think. Am I talking nonsense? Or did you pick up on the same sorts of things I picked up on? let me know, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm whispering. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Good night. Don't have nightmares. You probably will now. Goodbye.